Welcome to Just the Tip, a fantasy football podcast with your tippers, Matt, Disfatt-Bidge.
These are just our tips, so take them easy, take them hard. It's up to you.
Ryan, the Tagless Haynes.
Most bizarre Haynes brief that there's ever been.
And Matt, I.R. Regan.
Yeah, I hear you, and I definitely would take the shot on it because he'd be dumb not to.
Coming to you from the heart of New England. Get ready to take some tips.
It never gets old.
It's brand new. It better not get old. Don't wear it out just yet. Welcome in, takers, to Just the Tip, a fantasy football podcast. We are recording May 24th, 2022, the week of OTAs beginning. How excited are you, Ryan the Tagless Haynes?
So excited, man. So excited. So much big news, important news coming out of voluntary OTAs.
OTAs are where all the magic happens, where full tilt is involved. You try to get some trades from the rumors of this guy's the best shape of his life. Regan
Jones.
Yeah, that.
Hell yes.
Remember Jonnu Smith last year? Tight end, top 10 tight end. Look how jacked he is. Oof. That hurt.
Yeah, that hurt a lot. At least there's news that he's taking it seriously this year, which makes me wonder why he didn't last year. So I think that's
he had a kid, man. He had a baby girl. Gotta give him a little bit. Give him a little bit of slack.
He got a big paycheck. He was good.
That's true too. That helps.
Got fat and happy, but he still had a six-pack, so good for him. But we are your tippers. I am Mac Disfatt-Bidge, Ryan the Tagless Haynes, and Matt I.R. Regan doing all those graphics that you see there, and he is popping open a cold one. Long day, Regan?
You have no idea. Oh,
I might have some. But we are going to continue on with our Dynasty startup mock rounds 3 and 4, maybe 5, 5.5, kind of medium size there, Ryan. We're going to go into it and see what we can fill out the rest of our roster a bit. Some of us just 2 quarterbacks. We kind of need some other players, but we'll get to that. You okay over there, Ryan?
Almost had a battery situation. I had to go fix it real quick.
Uh-oh.
Smooth, buddy.
I didn't mean to crash into the wall. I was just trying to go quick.
Do you guys think we can get a beer sponsor? Like a brewery? Because that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Like Just the Tip beer or something.
Oh, man. I don't know if I want to taste that. Be too salty for me.
Take it easy, biscuit.
So I have a question for you guys out there, and you takers. You could answer this too. Tweet at us, Just a Tip FFP, or slide in our DMs. Facebook, Instagram, Just a Tip FFP. But my question is the NFL schedule. We talked a little bit last week of what game we're looking forward to, but games that are not being played are kind of a story that's going under the radar. Week 9, guys. We got Cleveland, Dallas, Denver, Giants, Pittsburgh, and San Fran all on a bye. Week 9, you're getting kind of close to the trade deadline, but week 14 is where this is going to hurt, guys. So week 14, we got Atlanta, Chicago. Not many players there that we have to be concerned about, but Green Bay, Indy, New Orleans, and Washington. Ooh. Some pretty valuable fantasy players there. It's a tough call going right before the playoffs. First, the NFL needs to stop doing this, please, for the love of God. But Regan, do you have any advice for players, fantasy players out there? Anything you learned from last year, year before with this last week bye? What is your strategy leading up to it?
My strategy, honestly, is just to not get overwhelmed. Don't overdo it. Don't trade away the players that you've rid the season with the whole time. Don't try to trade them. Definitely keep it in mind moving forward. Say you're worried about week 14, around week 10 or whatever. Keep it in mind. Figure out if there's something you really need to do. But you should be fine if you're at this point. You should be fine. Just don't worry. Don't do something stupid like Mac does when he's bored for Dynasty.
Different story. We're not talking about that right now. Right. Ryan, redraft. You're doing your draft, and you see somebody in the round 4, 3 or 4, Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf. Terry McLaurin, if he stays on Washington, he's going to have a bye week, week 14. Does that have any weight in your decision on who you're going to draft over the other guy, or just going to deal with it later in the season?
There are a lot of people that focus on this during draft season. My approach is to not worry about bye weeks during the draft, pick the best players available, and then in season adjustments, just like Regan was saying. If you're sitting there at week 10 and you're 5-5, you're on the fringe and you need to win and you have 5 guys on a bye week the next week, then maybe yes, at that point you got to make some moves. But until then, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Funny you bring that up because I had that last year in Regan's league. I had Jonathan Taylor, and he had his bye week the last week before the playoffs, and had some bad luck. Okay, I had Calvin Ridley. Wasn't good. I forget what else happened, but it wasn't good. Anyway,
who won that league?
I don't know. An expert, I'm sure.
All right.
You have 2 thumbs, and he's on the bottom of the screen.
Nailed it.
But yeah, I should have traded Jonathan Taylor for guys that already passed their bye week. Might not have been that good of players, but that last week I ran into that week with Boston Scott and Mike Davis as my running backs. So I should have traded Jonathan Taylor for better players who are past their bye week already and taking the shot because I only lost by like 10, 12 points. Unfortunately, I couldn't go back and look. Yeah, it was right there. It was right there. But yeah, just something to think about when you are during your season in redraft.
Never worry about buys. Forget them at the draft. There's no point.
At the draft.
Unless he's back to QBs or something like that, then you're just stupid.
Yeah.
Always add Boston Scott week 11.
I know, right? For one game.
Somehow he will find his way into your starting lineup in games that actually matter.
Somehow, some way he does. All right. Well, let's get to something that really matters here, Ryan. Your briefs.
I was going to say, he doesn't matter.
Sweet sassy molassie.
Come on, Regan. Just because he hasn't won his own league doesn't mean.
I haven't won it either.
I have one.
You have one.
I was going to say. Title.
I was going to say, hold on. I need to correct myself. He did win it. I actually have something, speaking of that league, in a sorts, I'll get to in the leftovers. So stick around to the episode for that.
Now I'm nervous. Damn it.
Boys.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Let's keep talking about OTAs.
Oh, yes.
Here are the highlights. Trey Lance, near perfect Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. The Patriots, the players are feeling a little uneasy about this coaching situation. They're not real big on Matt Patricia and Joe Judge sharing the load on offense here. Mac.
Speaking of loads.
You got any other news?
No, Matt Patricia is
news?
a load. No.
Yeah, he is.
Do I have any other OTA? Nah, just some holdouts and stuff. But Terry McLaurin, I'm a little worried about, guys. This is what I was saying. If he's still on Washington, will he be traded? He wants that contract. Does he deserve that contract? Or will he get traded?
It's hard to say. You don't know because he hasn't had a quarterback throwing him the ball. That's like asking if Allen Robinson deserved a huge contract last offseason, which clearly he didn't get.
Nope.
Good landing spot, though. With the Rams.
Oh, yeah. Imagine if Terry McLaurin was there.
Ooh, that's next level. Oh, man. Yeah. What holdouts we got, though?
I mean, you got Terry McLaurin holding out. It's hard to say, whether or not he's going to be traded because Nobody expected Tyreek Hill to get traded. Nobody expected Devontae Adams to get traded.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody expected Christian Kirk to get $21 million a year. And all of these things have happened. So at this point, anything can happen. Terry McLaurin could go into – it could be the day before Sunday kickoff opening week. And then he gets traded to Green Bay. Which would be fantastic. I'd be all
Imagine if Baker Mayfield is the starter for the Browns for the first 3 weeks.
I don't think he will.
Yeah, he's holding out, and I didn't realize how much they actually owed him. $18.99 million guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I'd be holding out too. Doesn't even matter.
They're paying like $63 million to the quarterback position this year.
Something. Oh, that's a good point. Oh my gosh.
I'm just worried about those Geico commercials. Every single commercial break. Are we not going to see Baker Mayfield anymore? Come on.
Did you guys see his house go up for sale?
The stadium?
Yeah.
The whole stadium.
Oh, man. All right. Well, listen, Mac, are you feeling like you're already going to lose that Jalen Hurts, Trey Lance bet that we made last week? Because 15 out of 17, helmetless, 11-11.
Oh, my gosh.
That should be 17.
Stop. Was that even an 11-on-11 or a 7-on-7? Who the hell cares?
No, it was an 11-on-11. But
my point is, it doesn't matter. The stuff that does matter is your New England Patriots not having a coaching staff that's reliable, and these players are being left out to dry. And Mac Jones literally saying he's learning as well as Joe Judge. I'm sorry, but a coach should not be learning along with a second-year quarterback. Get out of here. What is Bill Belichick doing? Regan, are you worried?
I don't know. I need to look into this a little bit more, but the word is if no one is decided or no one, steps up a little bit, Bill Belichick will be taking over the offensive calls. And I want to know how he would be there. That's Tommy Curran came out and said that today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of excited about that because I want to see what he's got under his sleeve, unless he's got those cutoffs and then he has no sleeves. But I think it's just one of those years. I think it's going to be exciting, but I'm not expecting anything. So
I'm really concerned about Mac Jones' development.
Yeah, you should
it's
be.
going to stunt his growth necessarily, and it's not cool.
I just hope we're not watching what Joe Judge did with Daniel Jones over the last 3 years.
I will go down there and fight him myself. It's not very far from my house.
That's true.
All right. We got one more bit of news here.
Yeah, please.
Darrell Williams, the former Kansas City Chiefs running back, just signed with the Arizona Cardinals today. So it gives James Conner some competition that he didn't necessarily have before. Anybody that was high on Keontae Ingram as running back 2 for the Cardinals has just got a little bit less high on Devontae. So Mac, Darrell Williams, what do you think this is going to do for James Conner?
I'm a little worried, guys. I'm thinking we're looking at another Broncos situation here. If you look back at last year's stats, James Conner, when he was sharing with Chase Edmonds, James Conner only had around 42% average of his snaps, but he was scoring the touchdowns, so that was good. But when Chase Edmonds went out, he got up to 80% snap percentage, and that's when he was scoring 40 burgers out there for fantasy points. So I'm a bit worried. It was right when Chase Edmonds got hurt. He was injured week 9. He only played like 1 snap, and then he was out weeks 10 through 14, and that's when James Conner went off. Let's see, Darrell Williams, he had over 1,000 yards from scrimmage, 8 touchdowns. That was off of 191 touches. It's not great for fantasy options, but Regan, this is poaching James Conner. You're one of the biggest fans. You called it last year. James Conner was going to go off last season, and he did. Are you worried?
So worried, I don't think is the right word. A little disgruntled with the fact that they picked him up. Kind of sucks. That being said, I think this is going to drive James Conner's value down in the draft, meaning I'm actually going to be able to draft him, which is amazing. So that's one side of it. There's no way that it's going to be a split like it was last year with Chase Edmonds. I feel like it still will be probably like a 70-30, 60-40% split. It does, like you said, though, James Conner, he was averaging 44 yards a game with Chase Edmonds, but he also averaged a touchdown every game that he played. Yeah. So he's still going to get the bulk of the carries at the goal line. He's you could shy away from him more in PPR having Darrell Williams there, half point or standard, which we don't really talk about a lot. James Conner's value is still pretty high.
I mean, he still was getting double-digit attempts though, even with his snap percentage being low 40s. So as long as he gets those touchdowns, it's great. What did you say?
Average 11 attempts.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, it's going to be really hard for him to replicate that touchdown production from last season, especially with Hopkins not being there. I mean, he was scoring the bulk of those touchdowns with Hopkins also around because they were able to drive the field a little bit faster. With competition and Hopkins out, you might see less goal line attempts and you might see less production in the passing game. So it's tough, but Regan makes a really good point. If this drops James Conner from like a 108, 109, that first round caliber to now middle of the second round, late second round, that would be some really good value.
Yeah, I could picture him going in third. It's going to drop him a lot more.
Better.
A lot of people are going to be nervous. I don't think if this is the type of running back. I know you wanted to say something, Mac, but just real quick, he's the type of guy that I want to go for someone like me that drafts 2 wide receivers. That's somebody I'd grab as my first running back. If you have, there's so many better options compared in those first 2 rounds other than James Conner. So I wouldn't bite on that. But if you're lucky enough to get him in the early third, then I would be pumped.
Yeah, I was going to say if Kyler Murray does hold out too, they're going to rely on him more, and they chose him over Edmonds. So
correct.
They're gonna invest in him, or they will give him the workload, I believe. But it's something to monitor. Hopefully in Dynasty you can get Darrell Williams as a handcuff if you have James Conner and relying on him. So
speaking of Kyler Murray, I mean I want to be careful because I mean he didn't show up to voluntary OTAs, which likely could have happened if he wasn't holding out due to a contract anyway. So I don't want us to get too far ahead of ourselves with that, but that situation in Arizona is becoming increasingly more and more concerning.
Whole team all around. It's rough. Hopkins gone. Kyler Murray not there. They dropped Chase Edmonds. They grabbed another running back. They drafted another tight end. Like, all right, like what's going on? It's just a shit show there.
And then to touch on one other guy, Deebo Samuel, a lot of news in the offseason about him requesting the trade. It seemed like that had kind of passed, but now he's not at OTA. So do you make anything of that? What do you think, Mac?
No, he wants out of there. I don't see him playing for San Fran anymore. I'm sticking
Miami.
to that. Too many cooks in the kitchen, I think. When will Cedric Wilson get his shot? Come on. If Debo was there, oh my God, he'd be Busey. I'll never get to play.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I feel like the only team that really was looking into him though was the Jets, and the Jets obviously grabbed Garrett. So I don't see them going for him. So I wonder where he would go. The Jets is the only team I don't want him to go to. So this is interesting.
There's no way in hell they traded him to the Packers. That's for sure.
Ooh. That'd be so cool.
Never say never.
They would never use him the way they should, though. He's not Devontae Adams.
No, he's not. Oh, Hard Knocks.
Oh, yeah. Hard Knocks.
Oh, speaking of Cardinals.
Yeah, so the Detroit Lions are the preseason Hard Knocks team, and now they are going to have an in-season Hard Knocks team with the Arizona Cardinals. So you can watch things blow up live.
Both
DeAndre
sides.
Hopkins comes back, Kyler Murray goes down.
They did it last year with the Colts, which I stupidly waited to watch it towards like the end of the season. And it's like, all right, the Colts just got knocked out of the playoffs. There's no point in watching it. It's entertaining though. I do like the in season more than the preseason one. And I think it's definitely got more star power with Arizona. So JJ Watt's going to be insufferable though. But yeah, I do like Hard Knocks. I know you hate it, Regan, but the in season one,
I just don't have time to watch it.
Oh, that's true. That's why I waited so long to watch it. But yeah, it's a fun time. We'll see. In Arizona, they'll be in the Super Bowl this year because they're hosting the Super Bowl. They were following that trend, right? Tampa Bay, Rams. Now it's going to be Arizona's turn. That'll be exciting.
That sounds horrible.
Can I rip them off now? Can we get into this mock?
Yeah, Regan put them in his pocket, and we're going to get into the mock. So if you want to watch the mock draft that we're doing, the super mock dynasty startup, whatever we're doing, PPR. Whoa. Who the hell was that? Anyway. You guys didn't hear that?
Started the draft.
Oh, okay. I heard it. That's why. We'll edit that out.
No, not on our end.
Oh, my God.
All right, so let's get it right. So it's a 12-team, 2 QB PPR draft. How many wide receivers? 2 wide receivers, 2 flex.
Super flex.
Yeah, well, that's 2 QBs.
Oh, you said 2 QBs. My bad. I can't hear it because of freaking Ryan's computer blaring in my ears.
Kid's a jerk.
What are you talking about?
You didn't hear that ding? Clicking? I could hear the dinging from the start in the draft. My bad. So if you want to watch this shit show on YouTube, Just a Tip, a fantasy football podcast, you can listen to us Apple, Spotify, Google, and Amazon. Rate and review us there. Be much appreciated. Help our numbers out. For Father's Day is coming up, so if anybody wants to buy a hat that Ryan's wearing right there, yeah, we got some in stock.
Good.
A couple koozies too. Cookout season's coming. Hot as hell last week, and this weekend gotta be pretty nice. So,
have you guys ever used a leather koozie? I know us 3 have, but I'm talking to the takers.
That's all I use right now.
It's
ever since last year.
It actually works.
It works.
None of that foam stuff that just gets soggy.
We don't want sogginess at all. All right. Let us get to the draft. And we got the board up now. And Ryan, you are on the clock right here with your 3.1, right, Regan? 3.1.
Oh, boys, remember when you would watch TV and you were looking forward to you'd watch an episode of a show and it'd be like to be continued, and then you'd have part 2 the next week?
Yeah,
that's what this is like. It's a fantastic thing.
It really
I've been waiting all week to make this pick.
No more on demand.
What I'm gonna say.
All right. I'm gonna lie. When a TV show did that to me, I'd boycott them. Bullshit.
Oh, come on, man. It was the best. Classic.
Oh, it was the best when you're watching Lost. And it's like, oh my God, what's going to happen next week? They always left you on a cliffhanger.
I was thinking like Growing Pains with Kirk Cameron.
I thought you guys were like Power Rangers.
Mike always does something dumb. They go to be continued. They're oh yeah, what's going to happen to Mike next week? We don't know. All right, so.
But we do.
I've been thinking about this, trying to think about which way I want to go. So I'm trying to determine whether this is a team, where you should be looking to kind of stay young, draft young, or you just fucking put the pedal to the metal and go for it. And you know what? I mean, I got Josh Allen, the best quarterback in the league. I got Trey Lance, Mr. 15 out of 17, and helmetless 11 on 11, future Hall of Famer.
I hate when he talks.
I gotta go win now, baby. I gotta go Austin Eckler, PPR machine in the 3rd round. Are you kidding me? Running back 2 last year? Get out of here. Okay, Mac, you're up.
Cool, man.
Thanks. Good job. Ryan, since it is the to be continued episode, or the sequel, we should recap what we did last week, right? Do you think Regan should rattle off the names here?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. Regan, first round, go.
Mr. Ryan jumps the
All
gun.
right, I'm
with
going
his
to take
pick
this,
that he's
guys.
been
Here we
thinking
go.
about.
Josh.
Yes.
Go ahead, Reeks. Go ahead.
I don't even know if I want it now, guys.
Oh, you want it.
All right. So the 101, Mr. Jumps the gun over here. Josh Allen with the first overall pick. And we had Herbert, Burrow, Mahomes, and Murray for quarterbacks for the first 5. Team 6, Jonathan Taylor, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, the first 3 skilled players. Then myself, actually, at Team 9, Lamar Jackson. And then Kyle Pitts, the first tight end off, Najee Harris, and then to finish the 12th with the 12th pick, Dak Prescott. Coming back around for the second, we had Cooper Kupp go first, Deshaun Watson, which could be a horrible pick.
Could be.
Great pick.
Williams, Russell Wilson, Mark Andrews. I got a lot of flack for not taking him
That
with.
is not what I did. I was just
You were
your
so
strategy.
Called me out in front of all the tip takers, and I cried a little bit after that. It's cool though. Team 7, CeeDee Lamb, Swift, Jalen Hurts, Ball, AJ Brown, McCaffrey, and then
he just called a ball.
I did say Ball, son of a
B Hall, baby, Ball.
Brees Hall,
Balling
guys.
out.
Team 4, Brees Hall. AJ Brown, Christian McCaffrey, surprisingly went in the second round, still in a dynasty draft. I still think it's a great pick. And then to finish the second round, some douche took Trey Lance.
And then who did you just take to begin with, Ryan?
Mr. Austin Eckler, RB2, baby,
Austin
PPR machine.
Eckler, who got the most touchdowns ever in his career last year. So should have traded him high after last season.
Where's that competition? See, what do we think? We think Isaiah Spiller? Not a chance.
Yup.
All right. So I am on the clock with the 3.2.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. So
sorry.
Like Ryan, I'm like, do I stay young? Do I go with somebody at a skilled position? I don't want to go quarterback here. Matt Stafford dealing with some R soreness today in OTAs. He did not throw. Something to be worried about in his old
with a
age.
broken back. He's fine.
I know he's fine. So I think I'm going to stick with a little bit of youth, but I'm going to go with another person that is sneakily a top 10 running back here. No, I can't do it. God damn it.
Oh,
We got to get the
jitters.
Jeopardy clock.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Where is it?
I'm taking it. I'm pivoting. Homer pick here.
Tua.
Tyreek Hill.
Jalen Waddle.
Cedric Wilson.
Jalen Waddle, huh?
No, I don't like these picks at all, guys. I want to edit all this out, but I would go with Jalen Waddle here.
All right.
See, Mac, I find this a little bit weird because you're like, oh, let's stay young, but your last pick was Christian McCaffrey.
He's 25.
He has the
the
calves of a 75-year-old.
Remember how James Conner made his big comeback?
I do.
Christian McCaffrey will do the same thing. Don't worry.
I hope so because I love him as a player. So with that pick being taken, I'm going to go with the guy that I think you were going to take, and that's going to be Joe Mixon, the 4th overall PPR machine last year at the running back position. I'm going to match him up with Joe Burrow, some nice dump offs. Love this pick. I honestly did want to go with a little bit of wide receivers because that's just how I am, but I couldn't pass this up.
I would have gone Austin Eckler if Ryan didn't take him there, but yeah,
you guys are foolish.
I like your pick,
from Austin Eckler.
Really?
I can't wait for this year. I'm so excited, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you got a lot of hot takes that you're just wanting to spill to us. So.
Blab out.
Yeah.
It's funny because I've been watching a lot of basketball and hockey and not a lot of football.
Mm.
It makes you miss football sometimes, though.
That's what it is.
You're like,
Well,
"Ah,
you can only read so many columns and listen to so many talk radio and stuff like that about the sport, like football, compared
Speak
to
for
actually
yourself.
watching the live games.
I
All right,
love it. I
Ryan.
just listen to podcasts all day, every day.
I was going
All
to say,
right.
you can just listen to us on repeat.
That's right. Sometimes I do.
Always in the
All
background.
right, so here we go. This team, Pat Mahomes, Breece Hall. Hell yes.
Nice.
Baller.
I think right now, I am gonna
Totally
get that
ruined
wide
this team.
receiver, man. I'm gonna get that wide receiver. I'm gonna go Devontae Adams. Might lose a little bit, but in the third round,
I know.
Derek Carr's not Aaron Rodgers, but 3-4.
Mm-hmm.
Good value there.
I was taking him. Remember last year? I was like, I'll take him first. Well, actually, I said that this year about him, and then he got traded, and that's not staying true then.
Speaking of which, I want to remind everybody that's listening, this is a super flex mock. So if you're like, why are these MFers taking quarterbacks with the first 5 picks of the draft? We're never listening to these guys ever again. Super flex is a completely different animal. Quarterbacks are absolute gold. And if you get one of the elite quarterbacks, you are set for a very long time.
Should be.
You have
All
a better
right.
chance. Yep.
So team 5, that is me on the clock here now. Deebo Samuel looking to be traded. Maybe he will go to Arizona. No, I'm just kidding. He won't. They just took Marquise Brown. He won't go there in division, but I'm thinking wide receiver here. Deebo Samuel or Stephon Diggs or Tyreek Hill. I tempted to take Dalvin Cook. I already have my quarterbacks, but Dalvin Cook doesn't have much longer of a career. So I'm going to go with Deebo Samuel, age 26, looking for some greener grass somewhere else, away from Trey Lance. He should go to the better quarterback, Jalen Hurts, but I don't think there'll be enough room for him there with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. But give me Deebo Samuel, wide receiver, to go with Kyler Murray and Jalen Hurts. I like my lineup so far there.
Oh, you like yours.
What do you got here? 2 running backs and a super flex?
Dude, I never did. This is weird. And you know what?
Ooh.
I should be taking. Oh, still says you haven't picked Mac, so get on that.
Oh, hang on. I got it. That's on me. Here we go.
That's right. Ha! This guy. Anyways, while you're there, Brian, you can grab me a little Stephon Diggs action.
Ooh,
I know
he passed Matt Stafford. No way.
I can't believe it. He needed that quarterback too. That is the worst pick of the draft there. Regan.
Oh man. Shots fired.
I can't pass up Stephon Diggs after a 4-year extension. And like we said, I'm trying out a little bit of everything. So I already have one team that has 2 QBs. I have one team that has one position of each other than a tight end. This is the team 6 is the opposite of what I always do when I went 2 running backs instead of 2 wide receivers. So let's feel it out.
You saved yourself there, Regan. You saved yourself with the different teams and the different strategies. So, all right, this team I am very excited about. Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb. Who am I going to pair with these two?
It is a nice start.
Let's see here, boys. I think
this
I'm going to stick with the win now.
Mm.
And I'm going Derrick Henry, baby.
Oh,
I'm loading this team up for this year. I'll get a running back in that 23 draft if it doesn't work out. I'm going for it this year.
Don't mind it so far, honestly.
I'm gonna dream about that team tonight.
Good thing it's not real.
It's gonna be a little blood in my head. That's for damn sure. Sleep like a baby.
What now?
A little blood. Might want to get that checked.
You do. All right. So I am on the clock here. Now I'm looking at my
don't keep the
team:
people waiting.
Justin Jefferson and Mark Andrews. Could go either way here with Stafford or Cook. Get a number one at either one position. I think with this team set up right now, I'm going to punt on the running back position. So I will take Matt Stafford as my first quarterback and probably grab another quarterback on the way back in the fourth round. We'll see how it lays out. Looking ahead, I see teams with quarterbacks already. So they're going to be wanting their second quarterback. So I'd rather take the best one there and maybe grab another running back or wide receiver on the way back, is what I meant to say. Grab my quarterback now. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Good for you, buddy. Way to talk yourself through that.
I do it for the people.
Oh, crap. I'm up now?
You are. You go after me.
That is accurate. So what do we got here? I got a little Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson stack.
Mm-hmm.
Really liking that. I really can go in any way. Lamar Jackson, young, Russell Wilson easily has another 3 years under his belt, if not more. So I don't think I have to worry about drafting for now or drafting for later. I don't think it really matters. A couple guys right here: Dalvin Cook, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, T. Higgins. Oh man, this is a tough one, guys. I think I'm excited about this in the future, and I'm gonna reach a little bit because with the wide receivers left, I'm passing on Tyreek Hill and I'm passing on DK Metcalf just because of the situations. T. Higgins would be the guy I pick right here, but I'm
Really?
actually between him and Drake London, guys. I really want to reach on Drake London right here. Get a guy for the foreseeable future, being the number one there. I think he. T. Higgins. Yep. No, fuck it. I said it. Drake London.
Okay.
Thank you.
Drake London, huh? That is earlier than I thought he was going to go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan,
All right, let's see.
you agree with that pick?
You can be honest.
Listen, people are going to do this. People are definitely going to reach for rookies in startup drafts when rookies are involved. I mean, I see where you're coming from, Reeves. I still think like DK Metcalf, 24 years old. I understand Drew Lock's throwing him the ball, but he's also going to be a free agent at the end of the year, and he's an elite talent. I know that's 4 years, but he's still young. T. Higgins, 23, proven talent. I'm a guy that's always going to go with the proven talent over rookies, but I understand it. It's a risk, but it might pay off for you. He is 20 years old, so this could be an 8-year investment.
Like I said, T. Higgins, I think I would have been the better pick there, but I think I'm just interested in the fact of having a rookie in there and seeing what he can do in Atlanta with no one around him to take anything away other than Kyle Pitts at a different position. So I was just excited about it.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf, as we know, free agent next year, could go to the worst team possible for him in just going for a contract. So who knows? I get nervous when it comes to that. Yes, it's exciting that they could go somewhere, but also they could go somewhere and it not matter and then just go for the money. So
with that said, I'm looking at this next team that I have. Kyle Pitts, Javonte Williams. Realistically, I'm probably not going to win my league with those two this year. I think Kyle Pitts, although he's probably going to be a top 6, top 7 tight end, I don't think he's going to take the leap into the top 3 only because of his quarterback. Javonte Williams with Melvin Gordon still there for another year, I think is not going to get the workload that people want to see from him. So I'm going to go DK Metcalf here, knowing that DK is probably not going to put up the numbers that he should this year with Drew Lock throwing him the ball, and hope that he gets a really good landing spot in free agency next year because he is an elite talent that has proven that.
I like it. Makes sense.
Yeah, I like both those picks. Drake London is my favorite out of that rookie class this year, so I don't mind that at all. Worried about the quarterback situation. And Geno Smith is actually getting the work with the ones today. So,
Can I go
but
back?
no, but DK Metcalf was his favorite target. So,
Desmond Ridder has been slinging it a bit, boys. I know
Mm.
it, padless, but his
In shorts, padless,
his
inside
shorts,
turf.
this
Yeah.
is all we have to go on, though. So, we're going to overhype it. All right. So, I'm on the clock. I have Najee Harris and Deshaun Watson. I think I might want to go another wide receiver here, a number one in Tyreek Hill, and pass on T. Higgins. I think it might be better to take the one because Tyreek Hill will be the one in Miami. It won't be Waddle in the near future. And T. Higgins has to compete with Jamar Chase and Burrow being boys. So give me Tyreek Hill as my number one wide receiver for this team 11. And then looking ahead, I can grab any one of these running backs after the turn, and I will be happy with that.
If Watson plays, which I don't think he's going to be suspended as long as other people think. So I think he will be a viable fantasy option past, I'm going to say he probably gets a 6-week suspension. That's my guess. If he plays, this is a pretty good team. And if you can compete when Watson's suspended, if you can go 3-3 and hang around when he gets back, Najee, Deshaun, Tyreek Hill is a really good trio.
We'll see. Regan, what do you got?
All right. So we're at me, guys. I'm guessing we're probably going to pause after this first pick, but I got 2 picks coming up right now. This team, Dak Prescott, Cooper Kupp. I feel like with this team, I'm kind of going for the win now perspective. With one of these picks, I'm definitely going to go QB. I need to double up at that position because there's obviously many teams that still need one going forward after this. And then, from there I can go any which way. But I think I'm going to go with Alvin Kamara at this point. 26 years old. It's really between him and Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, they're both 26 actually. That being said, I just feel like Alvin Kamara a little more durable. Hasn't been beat up as much as Dalvin Cook. A little bit more reliable. I feel like Dalvin Cook, honestly, he plays through a lot. I every single time I have him though, I feel like he always, like, right before the game, he gets called out. And I honestly don't want that stress. So Alvin Kamara is where I'm going. I also think I'm liking that team as it moves forward too with Jameis Winston. So Alvin Kamara is the pick. So you guys want me to read through that?
With Kamara, you're not concerned about any suspensions of him beating up people?
At this point, no, because I don't want to even think about that stuff.
Allegedly.
Exactly.
On camera.
Allegedly.
Okay. Oh, come on.
I do have 1 point for Alvin Kamara as to why that was a good pick between those two. You look at the other running backs in the rooms, Alexander Madison is damn close to being an everyday proven starter, an everyday starter.
Agreed.
Every week, whatever you want to call it. And Tony Jones and Mark Ingram are Alvin Kamara's competition. So if you're looking at the running back rooms and opportunity, Kamara is it's 80-20.
Compared, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Madison killed me last year. I had him on so many teams waiting for him just to take over. And it didn't really happen. So
2 games.
That was rough.
You got 2 games.
Yeah, right.
Worth holding on to. All right. So yeah, let's recap.
Recap.
Is that what you're doing over there?
Yeah.
I saw you were a little blush. I wasn't sure why.
No, I was looking
Right.
looking at my picks, and I did not have a good round. So we'll recap this cap round here. 3rd round. What do we got, Regan?
All right. So with the 301, we had Austin Eckler go to Ryan. Jalen Waddle, how surprising, went to Mac at the 302. 303, Joe Mixon, so pumped to match him up with Joe Burrow. I love this pick too, and I really wanted to take him. But Devontae Adams went to the 304. Debo Samuel, Stephon Diggs, little run on the wide receivers. Derrick Henry for a team that, wants to win now, matched up with Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb. I like that a lot. Matthew Stafford, the 308. Drake London, DK Metcalf, Tyreek Hill. And then, as you know, I just took Alvin Kamara at the turn at 312. So for my next pick, boys, I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers.
All right.
Whoa,
to match up
all right.
with Prescott. I'm in the win now mode. Yes, he lost his best target, but he's still a prime wide quarterback that still should put up the numbers. Maybe not as crazy, but he's going to be consistent. So that's what I want at this point.
Mac, how you feel about that?
I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind it. You are getting a discount, right, in the 4th round, and you will have a discount on his touchdown production without Devontae Adams there. But it's all on sale. But yeah, it's not bad if you're in a win now mode. I probably would have done what I'm about to do right now, go with Trevor Lawrence instead. But it's not a bad play.
Are you locking yourself into Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence for me, yes. Pair him up with Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence. I'll be good. If you went Trevor Lawrence with Dak Prescott, you're pretty competitive. But if you are in a win now mode, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, take the vet, who is always a top 12 QB. I get it.
Just consistency, yeah.
But I'm still going young. Najee Harris, Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence. So.
You should always shade a little bit that way in this draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with your that lineup, that 12 lineup. If you pick Trevor Lawrence and he's still 2 years away, maybe he does what Josh Allen did. It takes him 3 years. By that point, Cooper Kupp, age 30,
is gone.
31.
Yeah. Yep.
Alvin Kamara, 28, 29, probably gone. So you're going to have to replace those guys in 3 years anyway. Rodgers will probably be around for. I don't think this is his last season. Do you guys think this is it?
No,
I don't.
No.
I don't think so. I think if anything, he goes somewhere else. But he's already locked into 2 years, which doesn't really mean anything in the NFL. But yeah, I think that's a good move, Reeks, considering that team. And I think Mac, for you, I think that makes sense too. I think Trevor Lawrence could have a better year. He has a little bit of an improved O-line, some different weapons. See what happens with him.
Better coaching.
Absolutely.
The culture change there is going to be huge. Watch out for Jacksonville. They should be putting up points this year.
Yeah, at the end coming back. You have Doug Peterson, a Super Bowl winning coach there now, not Urban Meyer. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. All right, so this team here, like I said, probably not competing this year, but I'm liking their future starting next year. And for that reason, I'm going to stay young here. I'm going to spread my positions out, and I'm going to pick Justin Fields as my QB1 for this team.
Ew.
And I like this team for the future.
Ugh. They're going to be the worst offense for the next 2 years, dude. They're tanking.
He said
but here's the thing. Even if it's a 2-year process, Metcalf 26, Williams 23, and Kyle Pitts 22. So those guys are still, 2 of them are below their prime, and Metcalf's the only guy who's probably right in the middle of his prime. So,
all right. Unfortunately, I just think Fields is going to be phased out of the league, a bust.
I don't think he's going to be a bust. I think he's going to be phased out in Chicago
and go somewhere else.
I think they're gonna try to move on from him. If he doesn't pick it up, or if they don't actually give him somebody to throw to, he literally has Mooney.
That's it.
Which is a great receiver, but it's not like they're not even trying to help him.
Yeah, he's okay. He ain't great.
All right, so for this, so I have a question for you guys. For this team that I'm building here, Derek Carr, or Justin Fields?
I would have taken Derek Carr. Just signed a contract for what, 4 more years? Just extended. Yeah, I think Fields is gonna be a bust. So that's my only opinion on him.
I like the shot on Fields since you're buying your time. Justin Fields, honestly, even if he had like a decent year, you might even be able to trade him for something else. You know, it depends on where you go later on in your other quarterbacks.
I
You
think
should
he's
have
going to
gone
get at least
Zach
2
Wilson.
or 3 years. I think he's going to get 2 or 3 years to prove himself. And he's
Bingo.
even performing poorly last year. He was still a fantasy viable player. So talking about fantasy only, knowing that he's probably going to have a 2 to 3 year window at least to be a starting quarterback in this league, even if he is a bust, he's still going to put up some numbers and he's still going to help you in fantasy.
Well.
That's all.
Guys.
That's all I have to say about that.
I like it, and I agree. I don't remember what you said, but I agree.
Perfect.
Just want you to shut up. So, guys, I really should go running back, I feel, right here, but I'm so excited that T. Higgins made his way back around, and I snatched him up because I was freaking out about taking Drake London a little bit before him. T. Higgins, number 2 in Cincinnati, and an upcoming offense, and he's proven, as we said, as you guys called me out on, pumped to have that little matchup right there. So
I think that worked out perfectly for you because even if you went Higgins, you probably get London coming back.
Yep.
Now you end up with both of them. All works out.
Yep. Get the guy that you want. That's good.
Ooh, baby.
All right. Team 8 here. Justin Jefferson, Mark Andrews, and Matt Stafford. This is what I was waiting for.
Speaking of Matthew Stafford, have you seen his AT&T commercial?
It's fantastic.
It is great.
The best. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's the best.
Pause this podcast. Look it up.
Look
Matt
it up
Stafford.
after. You don't want to miss this podcast.
Okay. All right. True. It's absolutely riveting. We're wrapping up here soon, Seekers. Don't worry. All right. Teammate. I was waiting for one of these running backs to fall back to me in either Nick Chubb or Dalvin Cook. As long as one of them made it, I was okay with it. And now I'm like, I have Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook as a combo. I have that in reality. But it is PPR, so I think what I will do is go with Dalvin Cook here as my running back and make sure I get Madison later on in this draft with my handcuff there over Nick Chubb. So lock me in. Dalvin Cook, please.
Dalvin Cook. All right.
I don't think you could have went wrong there. I don't mind Dalvin Cook there at all. He's already
Great
fallen.
value.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's fallen. You're worried about him a little bit, but the fact that you're getting him in the 4th round, easy.
Yeah, maybe I'll get Kirk Cousins later on in this draft. Who knows?
I'm before you.
Damn it.
All right. So this next team, I have a few different directions I can go in. So I have Chase, Lamb, and Henry. I already said I'm gonna win now. Even though I'm in a win now mode, I could still pick a guy who's relatively young who's going to be able to contribute for the next couple of years and help me win now as well. Like a J.K. Dobbins could fit well with this team, and Antonio Gibson could fit well with this team. Nick Chubb. You know what? I think I'm going to go with. I think I'm going to reach a little bit.
Whew.
And I'm going to go J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do think he's still going to command enough of the work. I think he is going to be healthy this season. Yes, in PPR formats, probably not the best, but he's probably going to get somewhere in the range of 16 to 20 carries a game. I'm okay with J.K. Dobbins there.
Yeah, you know me. You know me. I'm out on. What were you saying, Regan?
The Chubb Henry matchup. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know, Ryan.
Here's the thing: Chubb offers you the same thing as J.K. Dobbins. He's got Kareem Hunt that's going to compete with him, and Dobbins is 3 years younger than Chubb. So Dobbins basically is Chubb.
Coming off an Achilles tear, right?
Yeah. That's my only concern.
Yeah. ACL, I think, right? It wasn't Achilles, was it?
What it was, I can't. All these
That's important.
tendons and joints with A's, I
We're
can't
just
keep them
making
straight.
stuff up these days.
I'm looking it up. You guys keep going.
All right. I'm not the biggest J.K. Dobbins fan. I think it's too small a pie to share for in the backfield there for the Ravens, and with Lamar Jackson rushing the ball in as well. So that's why I probably would have gone Chubb instead, especially if Deshaun Watson is going to be suspended. They're going to have to rely on him. But what did he tear?
ACL.
ACL.
Which ACLs
Excuse me.
nowadays is like nothing.
That is, yeah, it's like rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Jeez, guys.
ETN was the one that got the Achilles tear, right? Yeah, and
Oh, yeah,
anchors.
that was bad.
All right. Who's next? Me?
That'd be me.
That'd be you. Excuse me.
Team 6 right here. So I got Jonathan Taylor, Swift, and Diggs right here. This is a tough one. I really should go quarterback. Some tight ends, though, guys. Travis Kelce, George Kittle, they're there. Those ages obviously get us all nervous at this point. Mark Andrews and Kyle Pitts are the only tight ends to go so far. Nick Chubb's also still there. Saquon Barkley, Gibson. Like, I already have 2 running backs, but it'd be a nice stack. I think I have to go Derek Carr at this point, though. I'm going to go Derek Carr, get my QB for the next 4 years, and then I can kind of stray a little bit different with my later on picks. I think I needed to get something established at this point. So I'm going to grab Derek Carr, and hopefully he kicks up his consistency a little bit now that he has Devontae Adams. I think that was his only real problem, was just being consistent from being, one of those top 15 quarterbacks.
Agreed.
Thank you.
I'm turning over a new leaf with Derek Carr, so we'll see.
As long as he's not a Ryan Leaf, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
No, I don't. Team 5. I have Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, and Deebo Samuel. I was looking at the tight ends, Regan, but I don't want Kelsey, especially with a young team like this. I think I'll just take a shot at a tight end later in like a TJ Hawkinson or somebody like that caliber in the next round or so. And I'm not in love with any of the running backs here, besides Nick Chubb, but the rest of them can all go kick rocks. I don't need another quarterback, so I will take Nick Chubb here as my number 1 running back.
You do love Nick Chubb.
I do like him too much.
For good reason. My only concern with Chubb is that there's still uncertainty with this Watson situation.
Mm-hmm.
He's very touchdown dependent, and if Jacoby Brissett is your starting quarterback, that could lead to some problems for Nick Chubb this season. But he's also going to be 27 next season. So there's just a little word of caution on Nick Chubb.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said that perfectly, Ryan. It's a little nerve-wracking because this team is so young. So I think you kind of went in the right route, Mac, thinking-wise, in building this team for the future. Nick Chubb, definitely the best player available, if you ask me, but it could affect him this year.
It was between him and Kittle, but I didn't really want to take a tight end right here. I figured I'd lock up one of the running backs.
Agreed.
So he's borderline 1. Running back 1, or just at the top tier, the running back 2 area. He's hovering right around there. It's PPR format, so that really does hold him back a bit. So I don't know. Best option I feel like I had.
All right, I'm gonna go rapid fire here. I'm just gonna pick Travis Kelce, pairing with Pat Mahomes in this team. Mahomes, Hall, Adams, Kelce. I feel like I got a really good foundation there.
Yep. 200 targets to Kelce this year. You'll see.
Could be.
Whew.
Do you want him back, Ryan? I'll trade you for a first.
I don't have any.
No, me neither.
Yes, proven players, baby.
You guys are gonna hate me.
Yep, we already do.
Guys, so I was just making sure. I was waiting for it to load. So my team coming up, I got Joe Burrow, AJ Brown, Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon, 26, I believe. So my team's pretty young other than him, but he's really not that old in general. So I really could go any way. Probably one team after me is going to go. I could picture Mac with the second pick going with at least one quarterback. But I want to reach on another guy, guys. Like you said, Mac, I'm not really feeling any of these running backs at this point. I do like the upside of Walker in Seattle and ETN in Jacksonville. I really like those two, especially with James Robinson being hurt last year. Could be a nice snag. But I really want to go Treylon Burke here and grab the number one wide receiver in Tennessee, and hopefully he can become something. Pretty much just getting the replacement for A.J. Brown, and I already have A.J. Brown on this team. So I feel like it just needs to happen.
I feel like you're going to have some bad juju on that team. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can put A.J. Brown and Treylon Burks in the same team. I think it's bad luck.
What are you trying to say?
It's going to affect your chemistry, Regs. Chemistry is very important in the sport.
Yeah, it's not that important. All right. With this team, I'm looking at George Kittle right there. And I think I just want to take a number one tight end. It's between him, Gibson, Barkley, or Akers, or Walker, as you said. But then the receivers, not liking them here in the fourth round. So give me George Kittle. Tight end, San Francisco.
All right. I know it's so hard with Barkley. This has been the story for 3 years now. It's getting to the point where it's like, can I trust him? Is he going to play more than a game and a half? I don't know.
I'll take the over on that, but
yeah, I think that's smart too. But Antonio Gibson, there's some question as to how long he's going to be a top dog running back in the NFL. Cam Akers coming off the Achilles injury. The Rams kind of still continuing to add to that backfield. Ken Walker, not the most exciting rookie, but certainly the volume's going to be there.
Yep.
This is a tough one, but to wrap up this draft, this 4-round mock that we're doing here, I'm actually going to take a little bit of a risk on a player who was very highly regarded last year. I think he comes back, and I think he has a big season this year. And we talked about the change of coaches to this team. So Travis Etienne.
Yep.
I'm going to wrap it up with him. I think he's going to be used in a very unique way. I don't think James Robinson is going to be healthy for at least the first half of the season, to be honest with you guys. And I'm not even sure if he'll be healthy enough to play next season with a torn Achilles. So, I think Travis Etienne is going to get a ton of volume out of the backfield. I also think he's going to be used a lot in different ways in the passing game. So
he should be. They said that he could have came back last year at the end of the season, but it wasn't worth it just to sit out. So
it might not be worth it this year.
He is healthy. He's healthy now. He's at voluntary OTAs, so he will be participating there.
That's huge. Yep,
that'll be good. To recap our final round, you can go look at us on YouTube, just a tip. A fantasy football podcast. But Regan, you want to read through one more time?
All right. So was it 401 Aaron Rodgers, 402 Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields. What are we at? The 404 T Higgins. I got him back. I was so pumped about that. Next, we had a little run on running backs: Dalvin Cook, J.K. Dobbins, Derek Carr in the middle between Nick Chubb, and then tight end started going. Team 4 took Travis Kelce. I took Treylon Burks, the second rookie receiver, I believe, off the board. George Kittle, and then Travis Etienne to finish off the fourth round.
We did it, boys. We're Superflex Dynasty experts. If you're looking at this mock, we didn't make any mistakes. Perfect draft there. Any thoughts on it, Ryan?
No, I think that's it. I think it's pure perfection. I'm curious to know what the takers are thinking. I'm wondering who they think, which team looks to be the most promising. That's what I'd like to know.
What
That's
start do you like best? Yeah. Who's trending upwards?
Yeah,
whose
everyone
tips
took
are
a
rising?
different. Jesus, Rebecca.
What tip is tickling your fancy? Sorry,
Whoever's
go ahead.
got the chub, Nick Chubb, that is. No,
Oh, yeah.
No, I was saying because every single team kind of took a different lane, and they all could be different within, the end of the season. But this is a great way to. I know everyone does their own mock drafts, but we have the three of us doing it. We do mock drafts all the time. We're looking at all this stuff, so definitely take a look at what we're getting, where we're getting them. Odds are your draft is probably going to fall kind of around this. And then the good news is, we reached on a couple guys, or we had different thoughts on some guys, and you might be intrigued by some of these picks that your people you're drafting with aren't thinking about. So just look at it. Pay attention.
Just take a look
mock
at
draft.
Mock draft, try out different strategies. Sleeper, great app to do it on. That's what we're using right now, Sleeper HQ. Great to do the mock. You could pick every single team and try out different strategies.
Ryan did it.
Save you some time. Yeah, you're in the bathroom, take 10 minutes. Do a mock. It's all good.
Oh, your legs are falling asleep. That sucks. You ever try doing it stand up and drop your phone? Damn it.
No. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm way too lazy for that.
And I will not borrow your phone ever. All right.
They're waterproof now.
All right, boys, that was fun. We'll post that up on our socials. Just a tip, FFP. Let us know in the comments. Reply back to us where you thought we went wrong. What pick was your favorite? Who do you think was having the best out of those top 3 picks there? Those are the teams that we're really worried about for our Superflex mock. So
3, 6, 9, and 12.
6-9. Nice. All right. You guys have anything for the leftovers?
Guys, I got a little thing. It's something, I think it was Family Guy. They have that segment like, what grinds my gears?
Yeah.
Well, me and a buddy at work, we have this thing called permission to bitch. And it's the best thing we have because we'll be in getting a permit set out or something like that. And my buddy will just come to me, hey, dude, permission to bitch. And he'll just go off on something that somebody just sucks at. We know we all hate people. Hopefully, I know my wife doesn't watch these podcasts, but she might be able to hear me. But I the other day, I hung up some shelves. And I asked her, I was like, hey, are these good? Like, I don't want to take these down again. I got to put caps in the walls, get the screws in there. I was so pumped. I was like, all right, we're good. She's like, absolutely awesome. Well, today she's like, no, they need to change. And I don't know if I've said it, but we have another child coming and it could be any time now. And we're trying to get it done like today. So that's what I was doing right before this podcast. And it was just like, come on. I asked for this reason not to do this again. And it's just, thanks guys for listening.
Anytime, Reeks.
Yeah,
we got you.
You can bitch with us anytime.
Permission to bitch. It's going to be a new segment, guys.
So all right.
Got to make it happen. Hashtag that, Bad Larry.
All right.
It's an addition to Bidge, please.
Oh, shit. That's what it is.
Look at that.
Yeah, we're going to keep that. I'm going to start using that.
Okay.
Hope you don't mind, Mac.
Yeah, quite all right. My leftover. So what I was mentioning back with one of our leagues that Ryan has won. I have won. Regan, did you win it?
That's fucked up.
I'm sorry. You haven't won that one. My bad. League of Extraordinary Men. Ryan, did you know that Hulu is coming out with this TV series of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Nice.
Are we in it?
No, We should go audition.
Hey, dude, you've had that copy written for a while now. Just saying.
I mean, it was a movie.
And a
Probably
book.
a book.
Was it related to
definitely
fantasy,
a book.
though?
No.
No, it was not.
No.
But,
well,
you know.
sort of fantasies.
Take it easy.
I wonder who's going to be playing Connery's character.
I don't know.
This is titillating. It's titillating to me.
You just used one of our adjectives. Good job.
I sure did. I've been practicing. Yes, I finished Winning Time on HBO Max. The Lakers Dynasty miniseries, or not miniseries, whatever they're going to be. With all the lawsuits, it's probably going to be a miniseries. So yeah,
One off.
It was pretty good. It was entertaining. I would say 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm definitely not watching it.
I haven't
tomorrow.
started anything new. Yeah, Celtics. Good for them. Red Sox are rolling. Look at them.
It doesn't take much to roll one game.
Come on. They swept the series, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes. No, they did, but
on.
like all they need to do is win more than one and they would be rolling.
That's true. That's accurate. Yeah.
They won more series than the Bruins, so good for them.
Too soon.
Too soon. That's what she said. Good night.
I like it. Too soon.